Now, could this become an all too familiar sound? Yeah, that is awful. That's not a swarm of bees. It's apparently your next Amazon delivery. The company's been teasing us for years, but now says it hopes to start delivering packages via drone within months. So how is it going to work in practice when they have to be able to navigate their way through a whole host of objects and, more importantly, people? Well, Kevin Curran, Professor of Cybersecurity at Ulster University, joins us. Morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Richard.
Well, that's the simple question. How does this work? Because there's certain areas that drones can't go to, and they're saying months. So presumably they have plans in place to do this and do it effectively.
Yeah, Amazon, being the most valuable public company in the world, valued at 800 billion, have the resources to do this. They've been in this game for a good while, and they've now released at a conference in Las Vegas a video of one of their drones, which is able to travel 15 miles with packages which weigh up to 5 pounds. And that accounts for 90% of Amazon's packages. Now, the US Federal Aviation Authority have issued a special airworthiness certificate to Amazon Prime so that they can start these delivery services in the US. Now, again, this particular prototype drone has shrouds to act as protectors from propellers, and they double up as wings as well. It's got 6 rotors, and it has these multiple sensors, visual sensors, thermal sensors, and ultrasonic sensors again. So it actually, they claim that it's quite autonomous, and even if it loses connection, it's able to act and avoid obstacles like clotheslines.
So nobody's piloting this?
No, these are autonomous. Generally, a lot of drones, you just put in the coordinates of the delivery destination and it should go there.
So on a serious note as well, that we often talk about jobs that are at risk of automation. This is it in action.
It is indeed, because the last mile is one of the large costs for delivery services, again, that they're plagued by us being out at work or whatever else. But a problem here is the last 50 feet, because yes, there's no doubt you can send a drone to a particular down to 100 feet of someone's address. But generally, what happens if the package gets dropped into a neighbor's garden? What happens if it gets dropped into, a pack of hungry dogs? Again, really, it's hard to actually accurately at the level, because even with GPS, we navigate somewhere. But generally, you have to look up and look for that door of the actual house, because GPS can be a little bit rough at times. But of course, there's also the problem is that not all of us have gardens where you drop in these packages again.
Yeah.
So people live in buildings, they live in high-rise flats again. So there's only a segmented population who could ever really be practically, take this service up as a practical delivery solution.
Some may be worried about, say, a case of wine. Will that be delivered by drone? Well, that's at risk of maybe crashing about, damaging it?
No, generally, again, the limit is up to 5 pounds again, because, again, battery technology is always a limitation again. Yes, you could have a bigger battery in a drone, but then the drone is heavier. There's this trade-off between the optimal size of a little drone, really. So it's only going to be small delivery things. Again, and what we see with these things is they usually are expensive at the start, but they go after niche applications again. So there will never be certain products that will be delivered like this, but they will find their way somewhere, that particular niche applications again. So it might be those pizzas again, those, late night burgers that people want again. So things which really make it for them, because Amazon are not a charity. They will only use this if it saves them money. So again, they have to start somewhere, but they will find the products which work for them again. But again, like I said, there is so many places that you could not practically have this again. But I won't be surprised if a lot of people's gardens will have landing pads in the future with a particular design in them which identify your actual house.
It's a little disappointing you said about the weight there, because I was going to suggest that, well, Amazon sell drones, so you could have drones delivering drones, which is a dystopian future we can all stress about. Kevin Curran, thanks very much as always this morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on BBC Radio 4. Coming up